We need to talk. But first, coffee. Hello everyone, Liliana from Vanillandcanela here. Welcome back to my channel, to another video. I hope you guys are all doing well. We need to talk. You guys have had so many questions, so many queries, confusions about Italy and our time here. You are currently propped against a jar of marshmallows, so all good. So I thought I would make a video and just have a quick chat with you. By quick, I mean it's probably going to be a long time. So pause this video, get yourself a cup of coffee or tea, whatever you like to drink, and come back. Okay, so I decided to make a video just answering some of your queries and your questions and your concerns, your assumptions, all of that. Put it all in one video. Let me just start by saying that none of this is not me having a go at you for asking questions. By all means, please ask anything you want, and if I can answer, I will. This is just my experience so far, going forward, all of that. Okay, let's just get started. Number one, how is it going for me and for us? It's going really well, you guys. So far, so good. Obviously, we've been here just over a month, so everything's still very new, yet there is a sense that we are settled. One of the questions that I get asked all the time is, do I miss my house in the UK? No, I don't. I do not miss one thing about that house. In case you don't know, the house that we were at was not a house that I liked. I made it into a home for myself, my husband, my kids, my cats when we moved in, but it was not a house that I liked. Actually, I had so many problems with that house. I was glad to see the back of it. I don't miss it. I don't even, already it's like a fuzzy recollection of a house, if that makes sense. Yeah, I don't miss it. So this house is not only massive, it is really comfortable living. It's very well insulated, lots of room for the kids and it's easy to keep clean. I mean, I love it. You guys have seen it. It's something that I will probably never get a chance to ever again live somewhere like this. You know, I would never be able to afford this house in the UK, the size of this house with this amount of space. So we're making the most of it and enjoying it, which actually leads me to, let's go into the food and meals and all that kind of stuff. First of all, one thing that I've noticed is that when Paul comes home, already, even though it's winter, we want to be outside. But he comes home mainly around 4:30, that kind of sort of time. So it's dinner time for us. It's the time that I need to be in the kitchen cooking dinner, you know, for the family to eat. So I have realized that basically I need to meal prep. I want to make the most of that time outside. I want to be outside as well, and just looking out of my window at the boys and Paul together, it's not enough. So I thought that I definitely am going to try to meal prep. So all I need to do is reheat the food. The other thing is, as you guys know, there is no dishwasher in this house. Therefore, cooking from scratch every single day means that I have to wash up a lot. Now, let's quickly address the dishwasher thing. I cannot find a rollaway dishwasher as far as we are today. If I ever see one, we will for sure buy it. I cannot put it in the other room because there is a lip on the floor. Let me show you. There, that you can't see. You would not be able to just roll the dishwasher into the other room. I do not want a countertop dishwasher. I have no room for it on my countertops. I also don't want it in the cupboard, and it's too small. It would not work for us. Therefore, until I find a rollaway dishwasher, I hand wash. So if I batch cook or meal prep, there will be on a day-to-day basis a lot less washing up. That's what I'm hoping. So I think I'm going to be doing more of that over the weekend, something like that. We're still working. We're still trying to find a way for everything to work. Ozzy's here. For us, you know, like trying to get into a groove. Okay? Some of you have asked me, could you possibly cook or show us more Italian recipes or cook more Italian food? You guys, I'm not Italian. Just because I'm living here doesn't mean that I suddenly know how to cook Italian food. Sure, I can make a bolognese, but I'm sure that if any Italians were watching me, they would probably be mad because that's not how you cook traditional bolognese. I don't know. So just because I'm here doesn't mean that I all of a sudden can cook a lot of Italian food, if that makes sense. Now, with that being said, you might say, oh, but you have access to different ingredients. To be honest, I haven't seen anything here that we don't have in the UK. Sure, the mozzarella tastes completely different, as you guys know, but it's, you know, it's still mozzarella. So I cannot cook any other Italian recipes. Though I have seen someone locally that gives lessons, like cookery lessons. I thought that could be quite a lot of fun, but it happens during the day, and as you guys know, I have Ozzy with me. I'll talk about Ozzy and Alex in a minute, but still on the food, let's talk about groceries and expectations. Now, a lot of you, I have discussed the fact that I find the shopping here really expensive, okay? This is compared to the UK, compared to when I lived there. I have only left a month, and I know things are constantly changing, inflation, prices, yada, yada, yada. You get me, right? I'm comparing it to the UK. Now, some of you have left me comments like, oh, you need to shop at the markets, or you need it's more expensive because you're buying it from the supermarket now and not like buying your fruit from the greengrocers or your fish from the fishmongers. Please bear in mind that Italian is not my first language. You guys, it's not even my second or third. Okay, so though I speak a little bit of Italian, I have no need, or I have not spoken Italian in forever. Okay, so my Italian is very basic. And, you know, markets or even fishmongers and greengrocers are very busy places. So often very loud, especially the market. So I would have to try, make myself heard, understood, and obviously stick out like a sore thumb straight away as a foreigner. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I don't want that. Okay, now, did I give directions to the IKEA delivery guy and got him to find my house? Yes, I did. Can I say cauliflower in Italian? I cannot. So please bear that in mind, that sometimes going to supermarkets is not only easier, it's what I want to do. You know, and that goes for anything that you can get. I know you can get cheaper fruit. I actually have a fruit veg guy now already, but you know what I mean? So don't assume, oh, you should be buying that from such and such a place. It's not that straightforward, okay? But yes, I do think that food in Italy is expensive. It's not horrifically expensive, but when I think that the UK buying power is a lot higher than the Italian, I mean, what wages are and things like that, I think the food is expensive. Anyway, let's get over the food thing. I think food-wise, that's all I want to say, oh, I did buy, don't know if I've mentioned that or not, a freezer. I have a freezer downstairs. Now, I'll be showing you, I'll be doing a tour of my basement again and how it's looking really soon, maybe in the next video. But yeah, I've got a freezer now so I can freeze loads of stuff, including lemons, okay? So yeah, I'm gonna leave the food there. Oh, I'm not actually, I'm gonna talk about restaurants and things like that. We've been to a couple, we've been to like seafood restaurants, Italian, not Italian, sorry, all the restaurants are Italian. Pizza as well, superb, beautiful, loving that. We intend to do more and more of that, so yeah. Food, park it, done talking about food. Let's talk about my children. Alex, let's start with the eldest. Alex is 9 years old. He goes to a British school, and yes, he gets picked up on a special little bus, and they get picked up just outside my local shop. I've mentioned that before, and they get dropped off there as well. So I go take him and I pick him up from the bus, just because I'm not that close. I am close to the school-ish, but there's a bus. I mean, why would I not? And Alex absolutely loves coming home on the bus. So yeah, he goes to school on the bus. It's a really lovely school. He is learning Italian, though. You guys, I asked him the other day, what have you learned? I can't really remember. It's like, come on, surely, do you remember how to say good morning in Italian? And that boy said to me, bonjour. It's just like, He is just not into languages. Just hasn't got that. He does not. He's more of a science, geography kind of guy. So anyway, he is learning Italian at school, but he's still adhering to the UK what's the word? The UK, I forget the word, curriculum? Yes, the UK curriculum, because let's not forget that we have not moved here permanently. He is going to go back to the UK, so I like the fact that he is going to fit right in, we hope, you know. Though he will be going potentially to an American school for his high school. High school? Yeah. Anyway, for 1 year. We'll see. We'll see what happens there, okay? He is settled and happy. He takes packed lunches to school because you guys know he's really fussy. They even, on a Wednesday, so the school, it's a very small school, right? And it does not provide school lunches. It's a packed lunch kind of situation. But on a Wednesday, they get takeaway. They get pizza. How lovely is that? Not that Alex will eat it. He still wants his packed lunch. Fine, okay? So he's very settled, and though he misses his friends, he's making new ones. He's happy as well. He's very happy to be outside. He found some lizards. I know, again, I've mentioned this before. He's into all the sort of wildlife, lizards, ants, loving it. Alex is done. Let's talk about Ozzy. As you know, Ozzy is 2.5. He is in need of a nursery, okay? So at the moment, which leads me on to something else. At the moment, we have one car. The car we brought with us from the UK. My husband now has to use that car to get to work and back. We do not live near where he works. It's not like a big commute. It's like 10-15 minutes, but it's not walkable, and you can't ride a bicycle. There's a motorway, okay? So he has to use the car, which means I don't have a car, and I don't live in a town or city. I live in, a housing estate away from everything. So there is no buses either here. Okay, so it's not even like I can get on the bus into town. That doesn't exist. I need a car to be able to move about, which means I'm home all the time, okay? Apart from taking Alex to the bus, picking him up. There is a park just down the road, actually, that I go sometimes. apart from that, I am like stuck at home. Okay. I am very much a home kind of person. In the UK, I was at home all the time, but that also means that I can't take Ozzy anywhere. I can't even take him to nursery. Now, before you ask, could I drop Paul off at work and then Ozzy to the nursery? Timings, it just wouldn't work. Sometimes Paul starts work at 6 in the morning, some weeks. So I would have to get the kids up ridiculously. It just wouldn't work, okay? So what we have done is we've bought a second car. We won't have it until after Easter. We bought it from someone who's going back to the UK. It is a left-hand drive, because obviously our UK car is a right-hand drive. So it is left-hand drive, and that's going to be my car. And once I have that car, Ozzy will be going to nursery. There's 2 nurseries that I'm considering currently. They are Italian nurseries. They have other British, or should I say English-speaking students, little people that go there. So they speak both to the kids, which I think is awesome, because then you never know. Oscar could start talking Italian, because we know that it's not going to happen for Alex. He's literally going to learn the basics and, be done. He's been learning French since he was 4. And apart from bonjour, which he thought was Italian for some reason, he knows nothing. So that's what I'm going to do. My intentions is to put Ozzy in every single day, mornings. Okay, just start him off like that and see how he takes to it. He has never been to a nursery. He's very attached to me, as you guys know, but I think he really needs it. So I think it will be really good fun for him to go out, and when he goes to nursery, life is going to change for me, you guys. It really is, because for the past, so he's 2.5, and then I was pregnant during the pandemic, but for the past like 3.5 years, I have not been able to just do whatever I want alone. There's always, so I go out when at the weekends when Paul's home, but now we want to make use of the weekends to go out as a family, because we're here, we want to make the most of it. And also Ozzy's getting bigger, so it's a lot less hassle, a lot like we don't have to worry about the naps and all the food. Though we still have to take snacks. We have to take snacks for us, but you guys know what I mean. As he grows up, it's easier to move about, which is great. But I am so looking forward to him going to nursery. I love my children, you guys know that, but I think it will do him the world of good, and it'll be awesome for me. It was awesome when Alex went to nursery when he was young, because I honestly think that I'm a more attentive mum. I'm a better mum if they have some time away from me, because I can do all the things that I need to do to keep a home running while they're at nursery. So when they come home, they get me like chilled out. Not, hold on, let me just go and put a load of washing on. You guys know what it's like. Most of you are mums, and if you're not, you can imagine it, having a child with you. They get in the way, and it's not in a bad thing. No one come at me like, oh, how can you say that about your kids? They do get in the way because they want your attention. And if your attention is somewhere else because you wanna make the beds, you wanna clean the floor, something has got to give, and you're not your best. That's how I see it anyway. If you disagree, good for you. Let's move on. So that's the kids handled, right? Let's talk about Paul. Paul is very much settling into his new job, loving it, loving interacting with different nationalities, different people, loving that. He still comes home from lunch, for lunch most days. There's some times where he can't, which is fine, but he still manages to come home for lunch, which is awesome. He's very excited to see the country. So am I. Let's talk about that. We have plans to visit Italy all over the place. At the moment, we've been out and about very locally, okay? Just popping into different areas, seeing what it's like, learning what it's like to, there's little things that you need to know. Little things that are local to you, but also how Italians do things. A lot of it is so similar to Portugal, so it's not that much of a surprise or a shock to me. So that's okay. But we intend in the 3 years that we're here to make the most of it. Right now, we are local, you know. I do want to share with you when we go away. At the moment, that is still not a thing that I'm going to do. We need a bit more time, but I will share. We're still trying to work out what we're going to do. Anyway, it's all over the place, but like I said, we intend to make the most of our time here. But it's also very important that our home is super comfortable and that we're happy and settled, because this is where we're going to live. This is where we're at. We are not on holiday for 3 years. This is our life. There's jobs, there's school, you know, so it's not all going to be like a dream or a constant holiday, you know, it's still day to day, okay? So yeah, that's that. I'm desperately trying to think of what other stuff I need to tell you, but I don't know. I think that's it. I think that's the gist. I've told you how the kids are doing, what the situation is with the cars. I am so excited, so excited. Cannot wait to have my car and be able to move around and do my own thing. And I'm excited for Ozzy, I really am, because I think he desperately needs interaction with other children, and yeah, it'll be good for him. Alex is very happy, Paul's happy, I'm happy. Yeah, I think that's it, you guys. I'm going to leave this video here, and I'm filming for other videos this week, so you'll see me again. I think I only did one video last week. It's just, there was a lot going on, so yeah. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed it. Let me know if there is a question that I haven't answered in this video. Let me know in the comments, and I will try and answer it either by replying or on another video. We'll see, but I hope this clarifies it. And again, I'm not having a go at anyone for asking. I love it that you are so interested, so ask away. That's it, I'm going.